because I traveled on public transport almost all day long, and I finally made it to Magome Juku, which is one of the best preserved post towns on the Nakasendo. And this is kind of what we were passing on the public transit the whole way here. Just little rural villages, rice paddies. So it seems like there was a walking trail up this way. So we're gonna go this way. Yes. Magome Juku post town lower entrance, 50 meters. So we're going over there. It did take me, so today's the 28th. It did take me a considerable portion of today to actually get here. When I was in Kyoto, I saw some things that made me think of somebody that I've been thinking about a lot while I've been here, and I couldn't resist, and I purchased some stuff. And then initially I thought, oh, I'll just be able to fit this in my pack. But after I got back to the hotel room, I realized I'm not fitting these items in my pack. So I just almost crossed the street without looking. These people were waiting for me. So upon that realization, I kind of had to spend another day in Kyoto, because I did that on Sunday, or maybe Saturday night. I don't truly remember. But once that happened and I bought that stuff, I realized I wasn't going to be able to carry that stuff on this hike. So we are starting a 150-mile hike right now. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, yeah, 5 in the afternoon. So obviously I'm going to have to stay in hotels at certain points, and I may even skip from one place to another by, wow, it looks really pretty over there. I may even skip from one place to another by using public transport. But the plan is, right now we're in Magome Juku, and then we're gonna go to Sagumi, and then we're gonna try to make it up to Narajuku. So anyway, I kind of had to stay in Kyoto until this morning when the post office opened, because man, it's a steep walkway, because I was not carrying that stuff. And then while I was in Kyoto, after I already bought that stuff, I saw some more affordable kimono. And since I already realized I was gonna have to mail something home, I got Miss Keller and Miss Haversham their kimonos. And I got one for myself too. So I spent a good portion of today taking care of mailing that stuff, and then I ate, and I got myself on public transit by noonish. Yeah, noon is when I started with public transit. So it's taken me a while to get here. Yeah, it's almost 5. But I will say, I did take advantage of the Shinkansen because I had to. If I didn't take the Shinkansen, and the Shinkansen is a little bit more expensive, but if I had not done that, then I wouldn't be here for another 3 or so hours. And then it would be dark, so that would be no good. 1, I wouldn't be able to see anything, and 2, wouldn't really be safe to hike. And then I also opted from the train station to take the bus up here to Magome Juku because there was only like a 6 or 7 mile hike, but it was because of the elevation change. It said that hike on Google Maps would have took me about 4.5 hours. Again, putting me here past dark, which is not what we wanted to do. So I opted to take the bus up here, and as I rode the bus up here, I was grateful I did, because we went over two mountains or so. So it was big elevation, up and then down and then up again. So it would have took me a while to get here without that. And this is kind of where I wanted to start, because they say this is one of the best preserved towns of this trail, this traditional postal trail, I think. This stretch from Magome Juku to Tsugumi is supposed to be the most preserved area. And then after we get to Tsugumi, we'll try to see if we can go to here's one of the water wheels this town is famous for. Pretty cool. So after that, we're gonna try to go to Nari Juku, which they say is a little less touristy and not a lot of people make it to. So it's a little more untouched. So, but depending on time of day and how far Nari Juku is, we might have to do a little public transport from Tsugumi to Nari Juku. But all in all, everything's good. I got water. I made sure to get some snacks like peanuts and beef jerky at the train station, so I had some calories just in case. And man, it's just beautiful here. Saw lots of little gardens, vegetable gardens on the way here.
From
America.
America.
New Jersey. New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
How
50 days. 50.
50 days. 5日。 Okay.
Yeah. Hajime miste. So, as you can see from that sign, we're on the Nakasendo. I'm not gonna take a lot of detours. Like it says, Mount Etna is that way. I'm sure it's gorgeous, but I'm also pretty sure that this trail is gonna be hard enough. It's gonna present a good enough challenge. So we don't need to add on to it. It does say there's an observatory, so probably an observatory platform up here for us to check out and get a nice view and vista. This is actually a little holding pond. A lot of flowing water right here down both sides of the street. So and depending on how far I get tonight, I'm gonna find a hotel, obviously, and hopefully an onsen, a bathhouse. Because you can always get a shower. Look at that thing. That's cool. You can always get a shower at a hotel, but a nice long hot soak at the onsen sort of just makes the miles and your legs, hips, and back just melt away. And again, I do have literally everything that I have in Japan on my back. Seems like we got pretty good cell service here, so doesn't seem like that's a problem. I did tell some people back home to be prepared in case I lose cell service, that I would send updates via the SATCOM once a day if I lose cell service, especially if I lose cell service for more than one day in a row. I'll definitely be doing that, but I don't really think that's going to happen, because even this town, which is like, you know, sort of like a preserved historical place, there's like cars and people that live here, so I'm sure I'm not going to have too many problems with that. A little koi pond. There's one really big guy over there hiding in the shade. I did see a couple of grets. So that's the post town upper entrance. So I'm guessing that's kind of it. We'll see what's up here. Magome juku, 7.7 kilometers this way. So looks like we just did Magome juku. I maybe should have stopped and got some noodles or something there, but it did look like a lot of things were closed. So we're gonna just keep on keeping on. Oh, here looks a little bench. Maybe this is the observatory they were talking about. Maybe not. Nice little view. Japanese mountainside. Beautiful up here. Beautiful. It is gorgeous. So if I'm going to be doing these multi-day hikes, I know this video is already a little long, but I kind of need to pick and choose at different points when to shoot and when not to shoot. I don't have enough. I mean, in all honesty, I got enough data storage to handle the whole trip, but it's the battery life on this Insta360 camera. Not really the greatest. So, but maybe this is observation point. Yeah, this looks more like it. But when I typed in years ago, when I typed in hikes in Japan, this was a popular one, and people said it was really, oh man, oh my God, it is beautiful up here. They said this one's real rewarding. So that's why we're doing it. I've been thinking about this trail for a long time, and this summer I'm making it happen. You might not be able to see it that good, but back there past the post town, the sun is just glistening off of those rice paddies. I did see some other tourists get off the bus way before I did, so I don't know what their plan was. I didn't ask them, but if they got all, if they're intending to get here, they probably won't get here till dark now. And yes, I know some of you are thinking, man, Vanna, over there are some dark looking clouds, but the clouds are actually going that way. So as long as we don't see some horrifically dark looking clouds over here, which they're a little darker, but nothing serious, we should be good. A couple more seconds of this and then I'm gonna get back on the trail. It is beautiful up here. Peaceful and serene. So 7.7 kilometers. What's that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. How's it going? I don't know how many miles that is. So yeah, 7.6. And then I was talking to a young lady from Vietnam who was on her way to visit some friends in Nagoya, and let me just check my map here. And she said that there'll be a lot of fireworks soon. So I hope let me just check my map. I don't want to be. Yeah, we're right here. For a second, I felt like I was walking through somebody's backyard. Nope, here's the sign. And I mean, there is a house right there. This would be an amazing place to live. And those cicadas are humming. They're singing to me. So I could do the math, but on 7.6 kilometers. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because I'm going to do it. So doesn't matter if it's 4.5 miles or 5 miles because I'm going to walk the whole thing. So who cares about the math? Mr. Vanna, you say that math is always important in class. It is. It is. Most of the time. But if you're going the whole way, does the math really matter? It doesn't. So, when I was in Kyoto, I was doing some resting and I was able to get caught up to about 20, I'm down to about 25 videos to upload from 50. So that's good. Bears. So I guess I better keep talking. If I turn off the camera, I guess I'll sing old songs. Because I don't have a bear bell. But I'll be honest, I was doing research last night and there are no wolves left in Japan. There are people who say they've seen them here and there, but no really confirmed accounts. They say that wolves have been extinct in Japan for a long time. And then Hokkaido, the northernmost island, has brown bears, but the main island doesn't have brown bears. And all they have is black bear, the Asiatic black bear. But they also said that they believe that there's only 30 of those animals left in the wild. So while I'm not going to let my guard down and I'm going to be cautious and pay attention to what's going on. Some birds singing to me. Man, this trail is awesome. Oh my God, look at these trees. Mr. Vanna, you always talk about the trees. I know, but they're beautiful. So, if there's only 30 of those animals left, the statistical probability that I'm gonna come across one of them is really low. Now, you might say, Mr. Vanna, if you do come across one of those 30 animals that are remaining, odds are he or she's gonna be kind of hungry. That's possible. So what I'll do is, I don't know what kind of birds those are, but I don't think they're cicadas. I think those are birds. Maybe even frogs, I don't know. But that is a wild sound. I should take a couple minutes once I get moving here and start getting warm and need a break to put my passport. Maybe that is an insect. But they don't sound like, wow, they don't sound like the cicadas in any other part or any other cicadas I've ever heard. That's wild. The cobblestone of this, so I forget what I was saying. Probably wasn't important then, right? Oop. Oh, I need to put my passport, I actually need to check the trail now, in my bag eventually, because my passport's getting pretty beat up. So I think it's all the sweating I've been doing on it. I'm not sure which way this has me going here. I think it's got me going this way. Hopefully this isn't a dead end. So, yeah, it's getting my passport's getting pretty beat up, and sort of some of the coloration on the front. Yeah, that trail's taking me down to the road. I don't necessarily want to walk on the road unless I have to. So I do need to try to protect it a little bit. I've been keeping it in my pocket because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have your passport on you. But my bag's on me, so I'm going to put it in my bag eventually. And man, we are walking through just the wildest forest right now. Look at these trees we're coming up on. This trail's pretty awesome. I'm so glad I came here this summer. So yeah, I think all the sweating and whatever that is right there. I can't see it though. So it's got to be some kind of insect, because I don't see a bird right here, but it sounds like it's right there. So that's got to be some kind of cicada that I haven't heard before. Let's double check this time here. 27 minutes. I've been running my mouth that long. Oh my God. So, but now I don't want to turn it off because it's like, look at this place. Oh my God. This is gorgeous. And now that I'm double checking my map, it does actually look like this trail is not taking me the right way. Oh, it's wrapping back around. But it doesn't seem to be wrapping back around enough to put me back on track. So as much as I hate to do it, I gotta turn back. Yeah, it looks like I need to walk along that road back there for a little bit to get to the next part of the old trail. But man, this is a pretty cool path I'm found. I wonder where it leads. Vanna, you said you weren't going to take any detours. You got just enough time to make it to the next spot before nightfall, and you definitely don't want to be... Oh, I just heard one right here. I don't know if they're frogs or insects, but they're wild sounding. And the path just kind of disappeared on me. So it looks like it continues over there, but it does look like it's wrapping back around. So maybe I should be using all trails instead of Google Maps here. But either way, it doesn't... Oh, I just walked through a spider web. Yeah, I'm not going to try to cross that and get over to there. Like I'm always saying, smart steps. And those are some sketchy steps. So we're gonna backtrack through this part of the forest. I'm sorry, Mr. Spider, I messed up your spider web for nothing. And then we're gonna get back to the road. I'll bring you guys back in a minute when I get back to the trail. I get off the regular road. Actually, I'll keep you guys with me for just a couple more minutes. Why not? The longer videos are harder to edit, but they only count as one, and YouTube keeps blocking me when I upload more than 9 or 10 videos a day. We're in a 24-hour period. Which I get that they're trying to keep people from spamming stuff, but if an actual person and not a computer would look at my videos, they'd be able to tell instantly, hey, this guy's sharing his vacation with his family and his friends and his students. He's not spamming. So they said that after I had 2 months worth of channel history that it would stop doing that to me. But I'll be almost ready to go. I'll be almost on the trip home by then. I think June 8th. No. Yeah, I think my first post was June 8th. No. Yeah, June 8th. I have to look. I think that, well, that was the first day I took the video, June 8th. That was the date of that video, but I don't remember when I posted it to YouTube. So, we'll see. We'll see how that all works out. But for this one right now, you guys have seen this, and the camera's getting warm, which means that it's burning more battery than it should. My phone's got a full charge. I've got the SATCOM. We're in good shape. So I'm going to shut this down for a second. And then we'll bring it back when we get back on the trail. Or the right trail. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this ain't a trail. This is one of the coolest trails I've been on since I've been here. All right. Thinking about you guys.